One of the best life-changing skills you can learn as a young person is how to manage your own finances. Recognizing your poor money habits and overcoming them is one of the best ways to boost your finances and break free from the cycle of not having enough money. In this video, I'm going to share 6 common poor money habits holding you back and how to beat them. Habit number 1, paying yourself last. Paying yourself last is one of the most common poor money habits. When that paycheck comes in, the average person pays their bills in this order. First, they pay required expenses like rent, utilities, and insurance. Second, they pay discretionary expenses like food, entertainment, and clothing. Third, they take what is left over at the end of the month and save or invest it. The problem with this approach is that paying yourself is the lowest priority in the order. It literally comes last. The better approach is to prioritize yourself by saving and investing first thing when your paycheck hits, before even paying rent. Paying yourself first ensures that there is always a healthy amount of money being invested into your wealth instead of being spent on stuff, which is all too easy when you prioritize discretionary spending over investing in yourself. Money will always find a way to be spent, so be intentional about spending on your own wealth first. Habit number 2, spending too much on transportation. The 3 biggest expenses in your life are housing, food, and transportation. If you are looking for areas to really cut spending, transportation is an easy place to start. Cars are the largest purchase you will make that depreciate in value. Unlike buying a nice house, which increases in value, a nice car will only ever go down each year. The average car payment in America is an astonishing $700 a month now. Including insurance and maintenance, that means most people will be spending $10,000 a year on their car. Wild. If you are one of the lucky people who can make do without a car, I highly recommend it. I never had more disposable income than the period of my life when I didn't have a car to pay for. If you are like most people and require a car to get to work, drive an old, cheap car to minimize your spending on a rapidly depreciating asset. Habit number 3, not specifying a food budget. An easy way to spend a ton of money each month without realizing it is to purchase food without a food budget. Food is one of the 3 largest expenditures a person has, and not planning here can mean hundreds of dollars a month spent unnecessarily. Most people just purchase as much food as they need when they are hungry, but it's too easy to overspend doing this with how high the cost of food, and especially restaurants, has gotten. Whether you prefer cooking, takeout, or eating at restaurants, the solution is to set out a specific amount of money you want to spend on food each week and adhere to that budget. Weekly works much better than monthly given how frequently we consume food, and the shorter budget time frame of a week is much easier to manage and adhere to. Habit number 4, not using the 48-hour rule. The 48-hour rule is a straightforward way to save a surprising amount of money. With online shopping, it's easier than ever to buy things on impulse with just a few mouse clicks. Impulse purchasing not only leads you to buy things that you don't actually want, but can add up to be expensive very quickly. The best practice for making any purchase is the 48-hour rule, where once you consider buying something, you wait 48 hours and think on if you actually want to buy this thing. If you still do after 48 hours, then great, go buy it. But often you will find you didn't really want to buy the item you were thinking about. You just had an impulse that you needed to sit on. Habit number 5, not paying for things up front. Using debt to purchase everything is becoming the norm these days. People are financing even the smallest purchases like clothes or sunglasses with debt, often in the form of buy-in-4 payment schemes. Not having to pay for things up front and instead signing future you up for payments is a dangerous trap to fall into. Your spending almost doesn't feel real. These buy now, pay later loans are high interest and can stack up quickly if you take out multiple in a month. It's all too easy to dig yourself into a big hole with just a few buy now, pay later loans. The fix is to avoid financing small purchases altogether, and only buy something if you have the cash on hand at time of purchase. Habit number 6. Buying the newest tech each year. Many people feel compelled to buy the newest gadget or piece of tech each year to keep up, but this is not necessary. Nowadays, each year's new smartphones or computers are only incremental improvements over the previous year's versions. If your computer can still run all your software or play the newest games, then you won't actually get any tangible benefits from upgrading. Smartphones and computers are expensive, costing thousands of dollars each. So people who upgrade every year are spending large sums of money to buy effectively the same tech product they already own, without any increase in tangible benefits. The best strategy here is to buy high-quality tech once and replace that tech only when you have a real need to. These are 6 poor money habits I have fixed that improved my finances. Let me know in the comments how many of these habits you have and if these tips are helpful for fixing them. Thanks for watching.